Welcome everyone to Neverwinter on PC. My name is Rainer and today I will be releasing a new version of the Neverwinter Character Builder Plus version 0.6.5. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you'd like to see more information over this about Neverwinter, hit the subscribe button. So it is time. We have a new version already, some big under the hood changes. I will also be telling you the changes in 0.6.4 because I haven't explained them yet. I didn't make a video about that one explicitly, and we're going to go through them via the changelog, of course. 0.6.4 already was released on the 9th of August, so that's 3 weeks ago. Been very busy with the Redeem Citadel event and stuff. Many things to do. So in 0.6.4 I have the Scavenger's gear and also the calculations for in-combat stats. There was an error with the slots. I think I added a defense slot, or I hadn't. Anyway, one slot was the wrong category. There was an error on the feed text. This one is actually mentioned, I think, by Deano. So now when you are in a list like this, normally you have to select something and press the select button, but now you can also double click, and this works on many different windows, everywhere where it's logical. I think even in the companions, if you double click on one, it takes the highest version. So if you double click on Cantankerous Mage's Wisdom, for example, you get 2000 defense and 4000 accuracy. Yeah, 2000 and 4000. So yeah, another quality of life. So 0.6.4 was all about quality of life. If you go to the boons, very often you're like 1 2 3 4 5, or maybe actually this one, you have to click many times, and now if you press shift you can add 5 points at once. And this also works for these, of course, where you can add 4 at a time. Wait, we have to add some more first. 4 at a time, and the top one's 3 at a time. Let me check one last thing. Did I? Yeah, I think I solved this. So now I have 1 point left, and it adds 1 and not 5. Okay, yeah. I had this error before that it just added 5 and you had -4 left, but that's fixed. Then the build names. Typically you fill in the build names here, and the brackets were not allowed yet, so the curved brackets, I think they're called, and I added that because I don't see why that would not be allowed. So that's added. Rogue Bleed. So in Game Connect you have all these overlays, and a lot of people are asking about this now, so they are actually starting to use that, which is great. The Rogue Bleed was actually already in here in version 0.6.3, I think, but a lot of the customization options didn't work, so I also fixed them in 0.6.4, and with that broke the healing customizations of the move and the font, and that was fixed again here. But yeah, a lot of people using this, makes me very happy because I put quite some time into making this. Then, when hovering over the enhancements button, you now get, you now see a preview of all enhancements used. So this was something mentioned also by, well, not directly by Adoniram, but he mentioned something in his stream. So typically when you're here, it's very difficult to see what you have slotted. You can go over here, but then you have a lot of text stating everything about this item, including the enchantments that you have slotted. But if you hover over this here, you see actually more compact text with the enchantments and armor kits, and also the artifact class features and modifications. You can also see that in there. So if you want to quickly see what you have slotted, you can go over these. And that's a lot quicker than going via the enhancement windows. You can also click on them, of course, but yeah, that's just something I added. When selecting companion power, the selection starts on the currently selected power. So if I have, for example, Slime's Insight selected here and I click on this, it will have slimes inside automatically selected when you click on it again. So same for Materials Wisdom. It will directly go to there. So if you want to select a different quality for it, then you can do that. Oh, by the way, I also added for this Raptor the uncommon and rare versions. I don't know if I added that in here, but that's something for 0.6.5. Another thing for Game Connect, also important for streaming, or actually if you want to make, yeah, for streaming I guess, if you want to stream your overlay for Game Connect, so you have to add it in OBS, you can add it as a separate layer, but if you do that, if you capture the window of the Game Connect overlay, it will not be transparent. The background will actually have the color selected here, and you have to add a filter key. Let me actually show you. Wait. So let's go here. Where's my overlay? Game Connect. So I added the Game Connect here as a separate window capture. So if I go to properties, you'll see that I capture from the Character Builder Plus the Game Connect overlay, and I added a filter to this one, namely the color key. And the color key makes it so that the this color is filtered out of this screen. So it has a black background, as I said, and so I want to remove the black color. I want to make the opacity 100%, so it's totally transparent. I don't want to see black. If you would like to have black text in your overlay, so for example I want to make this black, of course that doesn't work because you're filtering out black. What you can do if you want to have black text is change your chroma key to a different color, and then you also have to change, for example if I make it yellow, okay, now my chroma key is yellow, then I have to make this filter also yellow. I don't know, can I see the... this overview does not show me the R, but I can probably make it something like this, and then the filter will filter out this yellow background. Let's not save this because this is going to mess up everything for me. Okay, let's close this again. So this is actually something for people who want to stream, and actually for people who want to have a black text for the overlays, because it's now filtered away. Where were we? That was the bottom. So that's 0.6.4. All quality of life updates, very minor things actually. Then 0.6.5. This was asked in my Discord, so it's very difficult to see in a quick overview what you're missing. What you can see is typically what colors are being used here. If you have red, this category is missing everything. If it's yellow, it's missing some things. And if it's red, it's missing everything. Or green. Did I already say red? If it's green, it's not missing anything. So right now it's not missing anything. But if, let's say I remove, let's just reset this mount. See, we're missing a mount now, and this will be yellow. But in this overview, if I didn't know I was remove the mount, it would be hard for me to tell what I still have to fill in. So now you can hover over this indicator, and it will tell you exactly what you have not filled in. If I remove everything, it will be red, and you will see that I have to select 5 mounts: my mount combat power and mount equip power. If I have selected a mount, it will also tell me that the insignias of a mount are not selected, for example. So you can see quickly which things you have not filled in yet, which is very useful. For example, if I load a build, if I don't fill in my active artifact, which is typically how you want to balance an endgame build, this will always be yellow, and you will not be sure, is that the only thing that I have missed, or is there something else? Now you can hover over this and it will tell you artifact number 1 is missing, so my active artifact is not filled in. Then imported IDs from CSV into the combat log analyzer are now 1000 higher to avoid overlap. So what it doesn't 100% fix it, but what the issue was in the combat log analyzer, it always starts at encounter number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you had some live data and it loaded all these IDs, and then you load a CSV file, the same IDs will also be in the CSV file. So your CSV will always start, will also have the encounter number saved in there. And maybe I have to remove that. I'm not, no, I don't. It's a little bit complicated. But yeah, if I have encounter 0, 1, 2, 3 already from live data and I load my saved data from file, which also has 0, 1, and 2, then those two will be merged, which is not what you want. So what I do is if you load data from a file, it will have a higher ID to prevent that overlap. Combat log analyzer will now also reset the ID to 0 on the clear data. So that was not the case before. If you had 1, 2, 3 and you did clear, it will continue with 3 or 4, 5, 6, etc. And then slowly you creep up to that, well, it's going to take a while to reach the 1000, but yeah, it slowly creeps up, and there's no reason actually to start to not start at 0. Add an option to remove the names from Rogue Bleeds overview. That was also requested. So Game Connect again, you now can remove the names from the overview. You will see what it means if you use it. Let's see. Fixed a couple of CSV load issues regarding the combat log analyzer. I'm not sure anymore what exactly that is. Oh, there was some values that were not loaded correctly. Yeah, that was localization issues. So as you know, in Europe and in America, we have a different numbering system. In where I live here, we write 1 million as 1.000.000 and then comma and then the decimals. And in America, and other countries also, there's many countries that do that. You have 1,000,000, and then dot and then the decimals. And different systems, they write down numbers in a different way, which makes it complicated. I have had to make a separate parser to load those numbers into the tool, which was fun. Then I reworked the save file and added buff food and the combat sim settings to the save file. So now if I load my builds, I think I have, oh wait, this one, I have to load my ini file. So now if I load this build, you can see that all my buff food is selected. Even if I reset everything, reset these also, maybe I need to reset these also. This is all off, and I can remove the campfire buff and my VIP. I can set that all to something else. If I load it, this one, you'll see that everything is set again. Same for the combat simulator settings. If you want to turn this off in your save file, you can. This is now also saved, and the fact that I made this rework makes it a lot easier for me to add new stuff to the save file. So for example, the mount changes which are coming up is going to be a lot easier to add that into the save file in the future. So that's good. Also the powers, I want to do that relatively quickly now, which it's also a lot easier to add now. Negative numbers were also parsed incorrectly a little bit. They were not super high typically, but yeah, that was still a slight difference with in-game, the numbers, and also with ACT. And that was because the negative numbers, the negative values, were not correctly parsed. So now I fixed that, so that should make up for the remaining difference. Redeemed Citadel loot, so we have new mounts, new companions, and new gear, all added again. the celestial wings we have here now. For example, this one, we have the glorious whirlwinds here, companions. We have, I think they're all in defense. We have Cyril. Where's Cyril? She was in defense, right? Oh wait, it's not Cyril, it's Divine Judgment and Divine Insight, and the other one was from the Redeemed. Well, I forgot the name, but it's also in here now. I don't know. Forgotten Instincts? I think it was this one. Yeah. Which is... They have actually pretty interesting defensive powers, because this is accuracy and combat advantage in a defense slot. Divine Judgment is critical severity and crit strike in a defense slot. And Divine Insight is hit points and crit... Okay, this one is defensive. But Cyril and the Redeemed Fallen have actually very offensive defense powers, which is interesting. And also, of course, we have the Blast weapons, Blast Blade weapons with the equip power and stuff. You can see everything here. And we have the new rings, the Gold Ring of the Herald, Electrum Ring of the Herald, Platinum Ring, and the Silver Ring of the Herald, all in here now. Let me see, and some companion gear as well, of course, which I don't think is that great for most classes. Defense, I don't see people using this. This will overcap defense by a lot and have 2 defense slots. This one maybe for healers. Well, I guess this one is good for healers because it has a lot of critical severity, of critical strike, and 2 offense slots. The Icon combat advantage is okay, but it has a defense slot, which is not that great. Awareness, who wants that? Accuracy, way too much for a normal build. Arm penetration is also way too much for a normal build. And deflection, I mean, no. So that's all the loot from the Redeemed Citadel. Life healing with the... Oh wait, I already told that, right? So with the addition of Rogue Bleeds customization, I accidentally broke this one. And it's now fixed again. And I fixed this update checker. So if you are using a different theme as Amacrits, then this update tracker did not work anymore. Especially if you start the update, or if you start the application new, it would not show you anymore if you are in the latest version, which is a little bit annoying. Because people only see that there's a new version if they don't check my videos. So now if you have changed it, you will see whether there is a new version available. Once again, I like to have a glow here. So that's actually everything in this version. So no super big things, but a lot of good things under the hood, and everything from Redeemed Citadel is now added. Of course, with the release of Hunts, which probably going to happen today, there's gonna be new gear, I'm guessing. And the mount update, of course, is also going to be a big change. But yeah, that's also going to be processed rather soon. So that's it for this video. If you have any remarks on this video or any suggestions on what to investigate next, feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.